noticed yesterday is like, we're applying the pressure. We're not here to be friends. We can be friends afterwards and have drinks downstairs, whatever you want to do, but we perform well. I don't know about you guys, but when the heat is on, man, we fucking got our back against the wall. We're swinging, right? Either way, I had a good time last night, guys. Thanks for coming out. It was a little support system, you know what I mean? Just wanted to show you guys what I do every Wednesday. That was pretty cool, man, going up there, seeing the squad. And you know what? Everybody recognized us in the house. People are starting to know who we are. And it's just, that's what the whole point of the story is. The whole point of FMG, the cups, subliminal messages, now hiring. We're not even promoting, I'm not even promoting the smart home technology. I'm promoting the mass hiring. We're hiring. You need a job? Come up to 202. We're gonna run another Craigslist now. Be ready. Like, I'm just gonna run it. You know, I don't care if it's going. Today we're gonna order some phone lines because we can't get charger. That's neither here nor there. But one of the things that really motivated me yesterday, man, was, you know, when Deshaun's up here, he likes to fire at people's ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he's speaking the truth. And it took him, as a matter of fact, it took him a lot to earn his bones. He has a right to be pissed. Because as far as he's concerned, you motherfuckers are spoiled. You know what I'm saying? You guys got it made. This was paved. I was telling Ruben the dog, he's like, man, I like her off to see the dogs and that. I go, but you know what, man? We didn't always have that office. We had a fucking RV. Like, remember though? Cruising all over fucking 3 different states in an RV. Vans, I mean, sleeping on the floor. We've all even slept in that RV, you know what I mean? So like right now, you guys don't have to wait as long as we did to get where we're at, because the way's been paved already, you know? And yesterday, one thing I liked about him is he applied the pressure. He called you guys out because you guys are supposed to be business owners. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a business owner. You have to have pride in it. You got to be here first. You got to be here last. You know? But one of the reasons that I'm up here is because I know for a fact that Raul felt that shit. Because he came out there yesterday. We can all laugh and see he was pissed, but he has a right to be pissed. Because you know what? I'm pretty sure you got the fucking notion that was directed towards you. Because indirectly or directly, whichever way, you felt that shit. And you even told me, I said, hey, you're going by yourself? I'm like, no, I'm going with the crew. Well, fuck, I'm going to go by myself because I'm going to stay out there longer. That was the right thing to say, but you don't have to take off to do that. And you jumped in with us, and you were the fucking last one on board, right at like fucking 8:30 at night. You finished your deal, man. Congratulations. Cause you fought to the end. That's what it's about, you know? So today's meeting, Raul has it. He's gonna, I don't know exactly what he's gonna talk about, but you know what? I'm gonna introduce him up here because you know what? This guy's been shining, man. He's a producer, you know? So just clean it up here and there, you know what I mean? You know, you can do this too, man. You can have your own crew, you know what I'm saying? So everybody give it up for Raul. Come on, man.
Yeah. Pissed off Spaniards up in this bitch. Spaniards.
Give it up for Raul!
Raul!
I feel like I'm about to tell some
Vega.
jokes right now.
Vega from
No, but that's actually what I was going to talk about. Yesterday, he did light a fire in my... I felt like that meeting was towards me. Probably was, probably wasn't. It was for everybody, but what I want to talk about is transformation. Because, like, I feel like for me personally, I've been in the position I am for too long. Like, we're just, like, if you look around, we're pretty much just all reps. Like, there's only 3 real managers here, 4. You could count Ernesto, but, like, pretty much we're all reps and we all got to, like, level up. So, like, the way we're going to transform, the way, well, for myself, I want to go over, like, some stuff because there's a lot of new people. So, like, the way, in this business, I think there's, like, 3 different things you could really be. For number 1, it's like the new guy. So there's a lot of new guys here. And then when you're a new guy, pretty much all what you do, because right now, all you're doing is really just absorbing everything, listening to everything, practicing, fucking up. You've already knocked on your own, so you know how it is already. It's not easy. I know you see us out here. It's not easy at all. So the way you're going to transform into like the next thing, what the next thing is, it's what we all are right now, pretty much, just sales reps. / closing. So to get here, to get from a new guy to a sales rep / closer, what do you have to do? You have to fuck up, because you're going to make more mistakes, you're going to get a lot more no's than you're going to get yeses. And you just have to just pay attention, just like acquire new skills. That's like the main key right here. The way you're going to get from a sales rep to a manager, you just got to acquire new skills. You got to just practice, fuck up, because like there's a lot of things that you don't know, and if you're like closed-minded, then you're just fucking yourself over. That's how I was. Like, a lot of it has to do with ego, because I really don't like when people tell me what to do. And yesterday, like, that shit was directed towards me, and it pissed me off. I was just like, man, like, fuck that. Like, I'm getting 3 deals today. I only ended up getting 1, but I was like ready for a long ass day. Like, I was just, my mindset just changed. Like, I flipped the switch yesterday. Like, I was ready to fucking work. I haven't felt that excited to go to work in a long time. Like, I wanted to go on my own. I wanted like to get stuck in the field yesterday. Like, that shit was crazy. But you have to fuck up in order for you to become a sales rep. And then when you're a sales rep, pretty much the biggest thing that I learned, like a skill that I acquired as a sales rep, is you gotta pretty much just love this shit. You gotta love everything that you do. You gotta love like getting those no's, because right now you don't like it, but you gotta love getting those no's. You gotta love the long days. You gotta love all this stuff. You gotta love teaching people, because if you don't have the love for it, then you're gonna stay right here. Like, you're gonna just be a sales rep your whole life. If you don't want to duplicate people, then you're just gonna, like I said, you're just gonna be a sales rep for the rest of your life. You're pretty much gonna be stuck right there. And a lot of people tell me, like, because I just got a house, I just got the Benz. Well, I didn't just get the Benz, but I've had it for a while. And they see me, they're like, man, like for a 20-year-old, like you're doing really good. Like all the people I used to hang out with in high school, I'm just like, nah, like I'm not, like, because what you guys think what a 20-year-old's supposed to be, I don't think what a 20-year-old's supposed to be. I compare myself to people in this room, like I don't compare myself to 20-year-olds. Like, fuck that, because if I do, I would have been stopped. I would have just been like, you know what, I do got the Benz, I do got the apartment, I'm shying, I'll take you guys as girls. Like, fuck this, like you know, I'll feel like I'm doing it. But I compare myself to like people that have more than me, because that's how we're gonna level up. That's how we're gonna that's how we're gonna get to the next level. So you just always have to like strive. I always look up to Deshaun. He's like a mentor. I'm fucking up because you live like 3 exits from me. We should be like, I should pick your brain more, like really, because he has more time with you than like we spend with you. I know he's a new guy, but like I should be picking up game. Like 3 exits away, you used to live in Rancho, like that's why I guess that was just an excuse, so we wouldn't pick your brain. But 3 exits away, like I should be picking up way more game. I should be asking you how to manage. I should be asking you how to do all this. So the next thing, it's a manager. And then when the managers come up here, I'll just like tell them to put their 2 cents in on that, because obviously you guys have more experience than we do. But managers, pretty much what they do, you pretty much, like I said, you have to duplicate yourself. You have to pick area. That's another reason why I wanted to take my car out, because I want to push myself to the next level. I felt that pressure, so I wanted to be responsible for my car. Like I wanted to pick out my own area. I wanted to make sure my car's producing. I wanted to motivate myself, not rely on someone to motivate me. Pretty much, I just got to level up. So, I mean, I might take out my car here and there. That's just because like I want to fill it up with people. I want to duplicate myself, you know. Pretty much the goal right now is to get to a manager, and then after that, it's like a boss, really. But I have no idea like what they think about and stuff like that. So I can't even get into that one because I'm nowhere near a boss. But like the next step, we all pretty much got to do the stuff we don't want to do. I put a bunch of notes. But the real thing, because I was watching the video today, the way you level up, you just got to learn. You got to, the goal, like your goals, they shouldn't be like materialistic things. They should be to learn and acquire new skills. So when you acquire new skills, that's how you start leveling up. And then obviously, when you level up, you get paid more. All that stuff just comes with it. Like, but you get what you give, you know? The more you put out, the more you like get in, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, I mean, all of it really has to do with ego. You just got to drop your ego, like, just grind. Because that's how I was, like, I was getting pissed. I don't know, Sean probably seen it in my face the whole time he was giving it to me. I'm just like, but he's right, you know, I was mad at myself because I'm giving him, like, the opportunity to tell me something. If I'm late, he's obviously never going to tell me nothing. Like, so I was pissed off at myself. I'm just like, fuck, man, like, I keep fucking up. Like, if you still have the same problems, like the same mistakes that you had last year, then you're not progressing, you're not transforming. So that's another thing. You know how you said, what did you say yesterday? You said, if you're in the same position, like what you have, but I feel like if you have the same problems, if you have the same issues that you had last year, then you're not progressing at all. You gotta have like new problems and new stuff like that, like rich nigga problems, you know, like what car do you want to buy? What you know what I'm saying? Like that's the problems I want. I don't want like me being late to be a problem, me being late the reason I'm not successful. It's just like, you really gotta just do a self-analysis, see where you're fucking up, and attack it. Like, you gotta do that. That's how you're gonna start leveling up. Because like, if you're doing the same mistakes that you're doing right now, you're just gonna stay in the same. You're gonna stay right here. You're gonna be a sales rep the whole time. You're gonna rely on someone to fucking motivate you all day. You're gonna rely on meetings. And yeah, manager, another thing too, like, I've been here a year and a half, I've only done like 3 meetings. And I'm kind of pissed off about that too. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be a manager only doing 3 meetings in a year and a half. Like, and I've never talked in front of this much people. And the next time I do it, I hope this shit's like way more. Cause like, you know, it's just like levels. Usually when we do it to a fucking hotel room, I got all these guys staring at me, like, looking at me. I'm just like, what the fuck? No, so yeah, I mean, I'm kind of pissed. Like, I gotta start doing more meetings too. Like, I gotta start studying stuff. I just gotta start like getting more knowledge, acquiring new skills. That way, we're all fucking closers in here already. We just all gotta be fucking managers. Like, this gotta be a room full of this gotta be a managers meeting right here. Like, we all gotta be managers, you know. Obviously, you guys gotta get to the reps first, but like, we gotta just speed up the process, man. Like, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Gabe, you're gonna finish it?
Yeah.
Alright, definitely great fucking meeting. I mean, like I said, I actually wanted to talk about this today, about transferring from a sales rep to a manager. And I've had experience right here throughout this whole year. And I mean, I fucked up, of course, and you're gonna mess up when you become a first-year manager or second-year manager. Everybody has their mistakes. But the biggest thing I think for a manager, it starts with yourself, man. For your team, I know for myself, me personally, like, if I'm not getting the job done, obviously it's a trickle effect. It goes down to the pyramid, all the way to the newest guy, to the first guy you ever hired. So, like I said, it starts with yourself. It starts, you gotta sell, you gotta be the energy, you gotta be the spark. And if you're not the spark for the day, then your team's probably not gonna sell. That's the biggest thing. And like I said, everybody's the spark. Deshaun's the spark in his crew. Ferndog is the spark in his crew. I'm the spark in my crew. Like I said, I'm always the first one on board for myself in our car. And I'm like, bam, I gotta be the first one. I know I'm the last one out, and I know I have limited time, because yesterday I had to move guys like 3 times yesterday. And I'm like, damn, like, I gotta be a closer. I gotta be a closer fast. You gotta develop that fast, because you only have like an hour to knock. Because the next, you know, you get a text, bam, I gotta get moved. I got kicked out of this park, or the police got called. Like, you gotta deal with all that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes to your head, and you gotta be a closer throughout the whole day. Because you got to find out area, and if the area is not good, like, you might choose wrong area, or somebody hit there a week before, and they're like, oh, somebody's hit there a week before. Like, you got to do all kinds of stuff, and you just got to be on your A game throughout the whole day. And like I said, everybody else is a manager in here that's experienced to run a van, and you know you got to do that. Like, you got to be the biggest closer, you got to be the fastest closer, you got to be good at everything, and that just keeps you on your A game, man. I mean, pretty much I want to go over it also. You want to learn from the vets. I know I learned from a lot of Deshaun. I learned a lot from Pete. I learned a lot from DQ. I learned a lot from Ferndog and my dad. And you can't repeat the same mistakes they do. I mean, you got to learn from them. And these meetings are for that, to learn. That's why we have these meetings for. Like, we really got to soak this all up, and we got to apply it to our daily lives. I know for me, I apply it to my daily life, and I really, like I said, I take it personally, and I really understand it, and I study it. You gotta live, you gotta eat shit, you gotta do all that. You gotta do everything to really learn this. And if you don't understand it fully, and you don't understand the process of really getting to the next level, like, you're always, like you said, you're gonna be stuck right here, and you're gonna be stuck right here as a new guy. Like, you're not gonna be a closer, you're gonna be a salesman that just makes average money, 30 grand a year, 60 grand a year. You're not gonna level up doing that. I tell you that right now. Like, I've learned from my mistakes. And like I said, I'm speaking on me personally, and as soon as you guys understand that, like, and you really understand, like, leveling up, and really, like, practicing it and having an owner mentality, then you're never gonna get to this level right here, a manager. And then it even goes after that, owner, CEO. Like, that doesn't just stop right here. Like, this is just a little team right here, a 5-man team or 6-man team, whatever you have. Like, we're talking about bigger, better goals. We're talking about $1 billion company. Like, you're not having $1 billion company with 5 men. We're talking about hundreds, thousands of men. And that's the next level we got to think about. And that's the next level I'm sure Deshaun's thinking about, and DQ and Ferndog, even myself. Like, I'm still focusing on this right now, because I have to master this to make even over 100 or 300 grand. Like, we still got to do that. So As soon as we master that, then we gotta take it a step ahead. But we always want to be a step ahead, I would say. Like right now, I'm not thinking of manager, I'm thinking of the owner mentality. Because if I just stay in this manager mentality, I'm never gonna get to the owner's mentality and to making $1 million or our goal to be successful and then running a 100-man team or whatever. So we just gotta be closers, guys. That's it. It's plain and simple. It's really not a big like formula you really have to stick to. I mean, like you said, all these vets have paved the way. They made their mistakes. And for us as young managers and young sales reps and closers, we got to learn from them. And the faster we learn, the faster we eliminate the mistakes, the easier it is to get up on that level. So that's all I pretty much got to say, guys. Let's get into our goals and stuff.
Good meeting. Yeah, I like that, man. It's all about transformation, you know. And the only thing that comes to mind when I have these things here is just the mindset. All it is, it's a mindset, man. These are just titles. You know, you can come in here and go work at Burger King and they call you manager, but you're really not a manager, man. It's a mentality here. Like, you have to become the person. So as a new guy, when you first come in, it's like a little gig for you. And you become a sales rep, it becomes your job. And when you're a manager, it's a career. However you spell career. And then when you're an owner, because that's the next level, you're right, that I'm thinking about, it's your life, man. You're all about this. The only difference between sales reps and managers is that you think it's a job. You think that when you go home or you come back to the office and you leave your folder at home, that it's over, it's done. The next day already starts for me right then and there. I got to figure out, like you said, where I got to go. I got to figure out who's fucking up. I got to figure out what's going on. I gotta figure out who's progressing like this, who's going like this, who's going like this. I gotta check myself first and foremost, man. And I'm just all about it. Like you're just like you said, eat, sleep, breathe it, man. And that's the only difference, because at a sales rep, when I was a sales rep, just a closer, all right, I got my deal today, it's cool, I'm just getting my deal tomorrow, and that's fine. There's so much more to worry about, man. You gotta know the next level. You gotta know the next level. You have to be stretching for that next level. So if you're a new guy, you want to aspire to be a manager, because you're going to dominate this and you're still going to push for this. And when you actually end up landing here, you got to start reaching for this right here, man. And that's going to keep climbing, and you got to keep transferring, man. You got to keep doing that. I can't have, somebody tell me being late. Like, in order for me to get on somebody, I got to be doing that, man. You have to be acting as if. You got to make it your lifestyle, man. That's just what it is. And this transition to my life, like, I don't see myself doing anything else, man. I can't see myself going anywhere else, and that's just the difference in our mindsets. I'm all about it. Everything I do is about it. When I'm even on my day off and I'm talking to Travis, like at the beach, it's about the business, man. That's just what it is. I mean, we're not knocking doors and stuff like that, but I'm still working. I'm still in work mode, man. I'm still grinding. I'm still getting it. And that's just the difference between the sales reps and the managers, man. And you got to take it. You want to throw the meetings? That's what I say. You got to bring guys in. It makes you be a manager. Now you have guys you got to fill up. Now everybody's not going to fit in the truck, and if you do your job, now you have to take out the car. The reason why we have everybody in one car is because nobody's able to handle the responsibility just yet. They haven't proved themselves to do that. But if you put yourself in that position, and I'm forced to say, man, somebody's got to take their own car out, and you got your guy and you got the other guy next to you, guess what you got to start doing? You got to start motivating him. You got to give him meetings. You got to train him. You got to be on him. And guess what happens over time? That guy starts selling. You get another guy. You're already a fucking manager, man, because you're managing this guy, making sure his paperwork's good, making sure his sales are good. Like, you forced your way into that position, man. And that's why you always got to be on it, man. That's why you don't see me thinking about fucking bullshit. That's why I try to stay off social media as much as possible, man. And I don't allow that little stuff to get on my mind, because my mind needs to be on other things, man. I got to bring it in order for you guys to fucking bring it, man. That's why it's funny. I don't go out there and get all this stuff, man. I just got to do what I got to do, man. And I know what the next level is, and I'm just trying to get there. And I'm more serious about it now than I ever have before, and I just can't stop until I make it happen. The same burning desire that I had when I was a new guy propelled me to be a sales rep and one of the top closers in the company, and propelled me past that right to a fucking manager, man. When the opportunity presented itself, I was in that bitch, man. When nobody wanted to do a meeting, I told them, like, hey, man, I want to do the meeting today. You got to step up and fill the void, man. Don't wait for somebody to pick you and say, all right, it's your turn. Fucking take your turn, man. Make it your turn. Every day, make it your turn. It should be a big-ass fight for who wants to do the fucking meeting. Who's got the best message. It should be a fight to get out the fucking van, man. It should always be a dog fight. It should be a competition all up in this bitch, all in around it, man. for people to be the fucking next top manager, man, and be the next top sales guy or whatever the case is. Like you guys are in a competition right now too. Like just seeing how much his pitch, you were here before him, and his pitch is better than yours. So if I was in your shoes, my mindset would be like, man, fuck this. I'm taking this little motherfucker. I told him, I was like, hey man, this guy came in before you. Your job is to fucking take him the fuck out, man. Like take his ass out, like wipe him the fuck out. Cause when I was new, we had a new guy named Oyster Bladder. Remember him?
Yeah.
Remember that motherfucker? He got on board before me, man. I was so pissed, you know, and I just wanted to take his ass out. It was a fight, man. It was a competition. That's what it needed to be. And when I focused on that thing, I became a sales or I became a manager, man. All this stuff came in with it, you know. So that's a really good fucking topic, man. But you guess what? You got to be thinking about it. You gotta be thinking about how can I transform. So if you're fucking high all day or drunk all day, your thinking's gonna be altered, man. Like your thinking is gonna be so fucked up and altered. Like your brain's gonna go in 100 different ways. You can't focus on one thing, man. All this other shit that don't matter is gonna come in and it's gonna slow you the fuck down, man. It really is. You may figure it out sooner or later, but guess what? Why not figure it out sooner, man? I was telling them it's the bad habits. It's like imagine if I was standing on your back all fucking day and you had to walk around with me on your back. Instead, you just dropped it. You're lighter, faster, stronger, quicker. You get there much more easier. Why not, man? So, and that's the difference. And you start separating all the stuff that you don't need, man. Like, I don't need late nights out. That's what I said. I could have easily. I had one beer in me, man, last night, and I felt like getting loose. I was like, oh shit, man, let's get it. You know what I mean? I see Roger leave. I was like, oh, never mind. I gotta calm down. This fucking Wednesday, I went off on these motherfuckers today. That's right. I only said 10-minute drinks because you know I fucking went hard on you guys as a motherfucker yesterday. And we worked hard and we fucking got results and we produced, man. And that's what you gotta do. You reward it for the work that we had. We put in the fucking work, man, and that's what happens. But it's only Wednesday. Guess what? My mind's back on the business. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and in my mind, I still got fucking Sunday, man, to keep going. So that's the difference. It's just the mindset, man. It's just the mindset. These are just titles. It's just the fucking owner mentality, man. He ain't never gonna go to the club. Why? Because he wants to own the club. When you're standing in line in Vegas for the club, man, that was like, I hated that shit. I hated being in Vegas because everybody else was spending all their money to have a good weekend. Like Grant Cardone said, we're spending all their money to have a good, they're fucking up their lives just to have a good weekend. They get drunk, they lose their wallet, they lose every fucking thing. They don't know what's going on the next day. They're probably end up married or something like that. But guess what the owner's doing, man? He's figuring out ways how he's making money. I'm walking out, damn, these guys are making millions of dollars, millions and millions and millions and millions. And I look in the mirror and I'm standing in a fucking line at midnight. You know, I'm trying to get in the club. If I want to get in, I gotta pay $80 fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that. If I'm gonna be in the club, I got an owner mentality. I'm walking in that bitch when I want. Got VIP section. Like, that's just how I'm doing it, man. Like I told them, when I buy shit, I want to be able to buy shit without having to think twice about it, without looking at the price tag. And that's just, it's all a mentality, you guys. You just change your mentality. You change the things that you choose to focus on, man. You focus on drinking or you focus on working the next day. You focus on money or focus on saving money, how to create opportunity, how to find opportunity. And I thought about that on the toilet, man. And that's why that lady asked Roger for some money out there. And I see myself like, oh man, I ain't got no cash. I always told him I ain't got no cash, man. I just overheard it. And my mind is now, I'm looking for opportunities to fucking take W's, man. Now, just for that little gesture, I'm owed. I mean, I don't do it just like, you know, to get something back. I did it to help her out. Whatever she bought a Black and Mild or a fucking energy drink or something like that.
I
But
got it.
oh, you did? So good shit, man. I mean, you got her
She
something.
got the Black and
I gave her $2, man. I gave it to her. Now I'm building momentum, man. Like, I woke up on fire this morning, man. Like, it was crazy. But it's just the mentality, you guys. You just got to change the things you choose to focus on. And that's all it is, man. And as a manager, you got to be on it. And if you and it's my fault. If you don't hear that you're late and I'm not on you, man, that's the difference. You take extreme ownership, man. It's my fucking fault. And guess what? When I practice that, those values, it automatically puts me up here, man. It automatically puts me up here. You become this before you have all the materialistic things, before you have all that stuff, man. You already are that person. You got to be that person, man. You got to have the mentality. You got to think like that. You got to do that in private. And then guess what? You get rewarded in public for it, man. So it's just a mentality, man. But great fucking topic. And that's what it is, you guys. These are just fucking titles. These are just names. But really, it's a mindset. And I keep telling this guy that this job is a perfect reflection of life, because if you get better as a person, as a human here, then you will be better in everything that you do, whether it's knocking doors or you go work for a car dealership or you even go work at Walmart, man. You'll be so valuable that you're going to be a threat. They're going to want to fire you, but guess what? They don't want you to make another company more money, so they're going to keep you. They're going to give you a raise, and they're going to put you here, but If you got ownership mentality, you ain't gonna have that, man. You're gonna get your own fucking Walmart. You're gonna figure it out, man. But it's just a difference in mindset, man. And that's why he was pissed yesterday. And I see that, and I push you, and you need a little push because you're right on the edge, man. You're right on the fucking edge, Raul. You're fucking right there. I mean, Travis tells you over and over, man, like, he's watching you. People are watching you. Everybody in this room is under the fucking microscope, man. You are being watched. Even if it's not by us, it's by something greater than us or whatever. You're under the fucking microscope, man. And you gotta make the right decisions. Every single day, you gotta make the right decisions, man. And that's the only difference. More decisions were made from this level to this level. Better decisions are made from this level to this level. And then better decisions are made from this level to this level. That's all it is. It's all decision making, man. What you choose to sacrifice, what you choose to put your focus on, what you choose to think about. And we gotta think about it right now, man. That's all it is, you guys. So great fucking topic. Good shit, Gabe. And that's all it is, man. It's a mentality. So you gotta keep that mentality. And the way to keep that mentality is you got to keep going. Tony Robbins calls it rituals, man. You may have a ritual that might start you to get you thinking this way when you need to think this way. So that's why you just keep going until all you think is this way, this way, this way. You might even get distracted to go this way, but you got to find a way to go back that way. That's why I can't stop working for 7 days. That's why I can't stop working for the next 30 days. That's why on my goal sheet, I'm not going to stop working till the end of the fucking year, man. And it's just getting in that mentality. It don't matter if you go out and not get a deal or not, but I'm so good, I am going to get a fucking deal. That's my confidence. That's the thing about it in this room, man. Like, most people just don't want to get up and they just think, oh, it's work, man. Fuck that, man. I'm already past that. It ain't work. It's making sure I'm staying in the fucking lane that I need to be in to get to where I got to get to much faster, man. So that's all it is, you guys, and you start seeing it differently. And if you think about, now, when I think about Sundays from here to here, I was like, man, fuck Sundays. I need a day off, like, I've been getting beat up and all this shit like that. Now I know what Sundays does. Now I know what Sundays does. Sundays don't even exist up here. Days of the week don't even fucking exist up here. You just gotta get it every single day. Christmas, New Year's, whatever it is, birthdays, holidays, pregnancies, fucking baby births, you know what I'm saying? His dad wasn't even there, his fucking birth. Was your dad there? Dad wasn't even there when he was fucking born, you know what I'm saying? Now guess what? He fucking owned the business, he gets to see him every day. Go fucking figure, man. So it comes back. But it's just a mentality, guys. And pick up on it. That's why you got to work every day. You got to go out every day. You got to make that effort every day. You got to knock doors do something every day to keep you in that lane and don't go the other way, man. So great fucking meeting, Raul. I fucking loved it, man. And if you want more meetings, say you want to do a meeting, man. Prepare the night before. Bring something to the fucking table. Bring some value up in this bitch. That's what we're looking for. Because guess what? It ain't gonna be handed to you. And then if you're doing your shit, I'm not gonna say, hey man, slow down, man. You did like 5 meetings in a row. Like you're just a sales guy. I never have I told anybody that, hey man, you're just a fucking sales guy, man. Calm down, relax. Fucking never, man. I threw Roger the key. When he first started barely becoming automatic, what do you want to do? Take the whole fucking crew out? I'm like, all right, you want to take the crew out? Here's the keys, man. See what you guys do. And sure, he fucking didn't do that great. He fucked up, but he got a taste of it, man. But the point is, I didn't hold him back. Nobody held me fucking back, you know what I'm saying? For now, it didn't hold me back when nobody was there, when Travis was gone for like 30 days for whatever reason, and somebody had to take the fucking crew out, and somebody had to pay for the gas, and somebody had to pay for the fucking, he gave me room to grow, you know what I'm saying? He gave me fucking Roger to grow, you know what I'm saying? So, you're not going to be held down in here, you guys. You grow as fast as you want to go. You grow as high as you want to grow. Whatever level you want to take it to, you have that room to do that. But you gotta fucking do it, man. And you gotta think about it. And you gotta do it every day, day after day, day after day, day after day, man. That's what it's a fucking about. And I've been on his ass, and that's why he's got one of the fucking best pitches in the room. And my pitches even got me flawless, man. So, shit, I want guaranteed results. I'm at 11. I'm at a 12 now, you know, because Raul's number is 11. I can't stay on that, you know, so I even know that shit. I'm at a 12. How should I feel accomplished? My goal is a 10. My focus level is an 11, man. I'm so locked in. I'm so ready to go, you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just the thought of the day we had yesterday and the thought of doing more than yesterday, because my goal is just to be better, man. Oh my, there is no way in hell, man, as long as I don't stop, that this shit is gonna happen. Like, it's fucking damn near guaranteed now. And it's barely been like half a week already. Fucking 10 days, 20 days, man, 30 days. The power of this shit, it's ridiculous, man. Do it, get on it, you guys, as soon as possible. Don't fucking stop. All that stuff is there. The cars are there. The clothes are there. The fucking belts are, all that stuff is always going to be there, man. But focus on what you got to focus on. And then we turn around. They're going to be even better when it's time to get that shit. Because guess what? You may want that badass car right now. You put in work 10 years. guess what? They're gonna have an even better version of that car 10 years later, and guess what? You got the money to get that shit. Just to have it in your fucking driveway, man. You're not even gonna be able to fucking drive that shit, you know? So that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, that's why I don't focus on that stuff. You know, it's always gonna be there, man. There's always gonna be houses. They're always gonna be making new stuff. They might have better stuff, but the difference is I'm gonna be in a position to have all that stuff and be better and give that stuff to other people that need it, you know? So that's what I'm on, man. And that's, like you said, it ain't materialistic, man, but my focus is to get better. So how much money do I want to make today? I want to make double what I made yesterday, man. How much money do I want to make this week? Triple what I made last week. How much money do I want to make this month? A lot more than the most I've made in 1 month. All my goals are just about more, better, you know, compounding everything, just doing more, not stopping. It's just all the same stuff, man. How much money do I want to make this year? 10 times more this year than last year. Short-term goal for 10 this week, get SS to 35 plus per week. Same day installs, 100% off the caddy every single day, man. 10 plus today. Hire, train, close every day. Hire a new person. I'm already tired of this guy, man. He already knows how to knock and he can go on his own. I need somebody else right next to me, man. So I got to keep this going. Revolving door. Get better. 7 days, non-stop action. Can't stop, won't stop. Next major goals for the month and year. Build, build, build. Action, action, action. 20 plus new SS members by the end of the year. 10X rule, level up every month, can't stop, won't stop, work every day until the end of the year. Sacrifices, non-stop hustling, grinding, long hours, outlasting, out improving, outworking everything. And my mom was even talking to me this morning, like, what do you think about Siraj? We're talking about you. And I was like, you know what, man? It's about to get fucking real sick around here because these hours are starting to get longer. I'm starting to work more. And he's good, but we'll just see if he lasts, you know, because a lot of people want to get their freedom, man, and I'm working a lot harder than what I used to work. I'm working a lot longer than what I used to work. Go figure, man. We started earlier, but we still ended later than what we did, you know? So, I mean, it's nice to say he sold us all and getting home by 2 p.m. I'll tell you that, right? We got fucking clothes like, what? We were supposed to go to Hawaii like 3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? We had this big Hawaii trip. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get yourself up to the task, man. And guess what? If you're really about it, it don't matter. I don't care about coming home, man. But that's all it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna keep going, man. And as long as you're fucking gonna be here and you're willing to put the hours in, you're willing to go through that, no matter how long it takes, it's owed to you, man. It's owed to you. Sacrifice, non-stop hustle, long hours. What can I do to prove myself in this company? Just push myself more and grow every day. Beat myself every day, man. Top myself. Mistakes immensely came from accomplishing my goals, man. Not insuring number 2. I went through a lot of shit, man. Right when I dropped off fucking Raul, I got a nail in my tire, man. And, you know, all sorts of shit could have fucking stopped me, man. Like, everything could have stopped me. Got phone calls left and right, customers trying to cancel and all this other bullshit, too. So, it don't matter, man. I ain't stopping for nothing. I ain't stopping. You can give me all the camps. You can give me everything you want, man. My mind is made up. I'm fucking going and I'm getting this shit, you guys. And you guys got to do it, too, man. We all have to do it. And if everybody's on it, and sometimes if I do slip up, guess what? Somebody's already on it. So I can look at him like, damn, he's still on it. All right, check yourself, Deshaun. Let's go, baby. Come on. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is for right here. And not insuring number 2 same day, man. I won't make these mistakes anymore, man. How hungry am I to accomplish these goals? At 10, I promised myself I will do what it takes to accomplish these goals, and I signed that. Sean Chapel.
Hey, good shit, Raul and fucking Gabe. I saw something different in Raul yesterday, man. It's